Hi guys! Today's video is going to be a full face of Australis Cosmetics, which I am super excited for. I have used Australis Cosmetics before, not a lot of them, but I have tried random things throughout the years. I want to apologise because I'm actually a little bit sick at the moment. I'm on the mend, but I have been sick for like the last week or so, so I sound a bit congested. I actually think I sound worse now that I feel, so apologies for that. I'm going to sound a bit gross, but I wanted to film this today because I actually am starting a job soon, so I'm going to be have less time to film and stuff, so I wanted to get some filming out the way first before I start, so I can hopefully keep up to it. I'm hoping that I'll still be able to post one job a week and stuff, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm sorry if I'm ever late or I accidentally miss one or something if I have too much going on, but we will see how I manage this. Hopefully I can keep up with it. But anyway guys, going back to what we're here for today, Australis Cosmetics. I actually purchased all of this makeup in their Boxing Day sale because they had a massive 50% off sale, but for some reason when I was putting things in the cart they were coming up less than 50% off, which is amazing if you ask me, because I love a sale. The main reason that I will buy things is because they're on sale. I want them and then they go on sale, so I'm like, well, they're cheap now, so might as well. I actually just checked how much I spent to get all of this stuff and it was $70, just over $70, $70.65, which is insane to think that I purchased pretty much a full face of makeup in $70. Well, I mean, it was half price. It's not like that's actually the price, you don't normally of the cosmetics. I did already own 2 products that I didn't purchase. So I didn't buy a lip because I already had a lip from them, and I didn't buy a powder because I had a powder that I actually received ages ago in a Bella box, but I actually never used that. So this is going to be the first time I'm using pretty much all of these products today. So let's get into it. So the first product today is primer. Well, the first product that I always use is primer. And I bought this one, which is the Makeup Prime Spritz. I decided to go for this because for some reason I got really excited that it was a priming spray, even though there are tons of priming sprays on the market, but we'll see how it goes, shall we? I'm hoping it has a good spray because I feel like I'm a bit afraid. I never like it when things spray my face. Oh, I'm not sure if you could see, there were definitely some little water droplets that came out. It was not very fine, so this is gonna be fun. Also, I did want to say as well, I have this little red spot on my nose which I've had for a few weeks now. I thought it was a pimple, but it turns out I have eczema on my nose because I was having a mild reaction to drinking from a cheap metal drink bottle. So I got eczema all over my lips, and then I was getting it on my nose because when I drank from the bottle, it tapped my nose, and so now I have this little extra thing here, but because I've been blowing my nose so much lately as well, it's all dry and I haven't been able to put my eczema cream on it to heal it, so I apologise. And also I've got some pimples, which is fun to look at. Oh well, that's life, isn't it? Sickness and pimples, they all happen. Okay, so I am all dry now. I feel like it's made me look quite dewy. It feels very slippy. Almost I can definitely feel something is on my skin. I don't know if I was supposed to rub it in. I did just read the instructions though, and it said spritz 2 to 3 times to prep your face before applying foundation. I definitely did more than 2 to 3 times, I'm pretty sure. And it also said hold 20 centimeters away from the face, which I might have done. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, I am primed and we are ready for foundation, which is the next step if you're wondering. It does feel soft. I can tell you though, it doesn't have any shrinking pore abilities, and the description on the bottle actually just says that it is supposed to give you long lasting makeup. It doesn't give you it doesn't say anything about hydrating or dewy or moisturizing or anything like that. It just says create a fresh and long lasting base. So I don't know, it's not meant to do that much, just hold your makeup. So we'll see how we go with it. So it definitely works, it's on my face. What else could I say? Anyway, next up we have foundation, and I purchased the Fresh and Flawless Full Coverage Foundation infused with vitamin C, and also it has SPF 15. I got it in the shade Honeydew. So it says shake well before use. So there we go. It is a full coverage foundation and ultra lightweight with skin loving vitamins C and E, SPF 15 to moisturize, smooth and protect. What has C and E? It doesn't say E on the front. Say see to pores and fine lines, and hello to a soft airbrushed finish that'll party with you, not against you. Also, I didn't say before, all Australis cosmetics are cruelty free, and I'm pretty sure all of them are also vegan, and this is definitely vegan, but anyway, because it says on the back. It sounds so liquidy, but I'm gonna pop this on my brush. I'm very worried this is gonna be too dark for me. Super liquidy. It's just like a sinking. Oh, you know what? Actually, that does not. I reckon that's gonna be fine. I like that. Okay, I did not put enough on to cover my entire face. Whoops. Okay guys, so I've done one layer and this is how it looks. I think I've applied quite a thin layer with this sort of product, like when you have to pour it yourself. I never actually know how much I'm supposed to use, so I feel like I might have got a bit too light, because you could definitely see like my pimples and my freckles and like the flush of my cheeks and my under eyes. Like it really hasn't covered much up. I feel like my skin looks nice though. I'm going to chuck on a second layer now and I'll be back to show you how that looks. So that is 2 layers and it's definitely done a better job at covering up, especially like my little pimple spots. I really quite like it so far. I feel like it's a bit less dewy than what I'm used to, because lately I've been wearing like pretty much like tints, like the Skin Milk foundation and stuff like that. Like I'm enjoying like a little bit of a dewy foundation that's very natural looking, and I'm not used to wearing full coverage. But even then, like if I look quite close, oh, I've got a sparkle on my face, sorry, I'm not sure where that came from, but you can see my like freckles through still. But I do feel like did you guys see my dark circles before? I feel like that's done a really good job of covering them. On the second layer, I think I did a way too thin first layer, to be honest with you. But in the future, that's probably how I'm going to wear it, because I love like a lightweight thin foundation. I do think it's like a little bit darker than my like neck, but only like a hair. I'm not gonna lie, I can be so lazy when it comes to taking foundation down my neck. If I'm like this, usually I will forget to go down my neck, so I'll just be like, when I get to bronzer, I'm just like, done. I definitely feel like it's a bit more matte looking than I'm used to. It's hard now because like usually you can go by the skin to tell if the foundation's bad, like how it sits around your nose, but because my skin is so dry, I don't want to take that, because I feel like that's bad for me to be like, oh, it's sitting in the cracks of my dead dry skin, you know, like that's not really fair of me. But I feel like it looks quite good everywhere else. It's a tiny bit tacky. Hopefully it doesn't sink too much into my smile lines by the end of this video, but we will see what happens. All my under eyes, let's keep a watch on that. But yeah, I do love how lightweight it was. It did sink into my brush though, a decent amount, so I'll have to watch that. And that's probably why it looks so like, you know, light on my face, because more of it went into the brush than on my face. I'm not sure if that's true. I did get coverage, so it's not like it all disappeared. But anyway, the next product that I got, or that I'm going to use, is concealer. And it is the Fresh and Flawless Conceal and Contour. And I got mine in the shade Fair. Let's give this a go. Oh, I actually don't know how much to use. Oh, the one side's a lot more. Ooh. Feels super like creamy. I actually found out the other day that this stuff here that I get on my face, this pink discoloration, could actually be the Kerasis Polaris, I think that's what it's called, the KP bumps that I got on my arms. Apparently you can get it on your face as well. I never realized that, and I've had this for as long as I can remember. I have these little pink spots here, and sometimes they're worse than others. But I went to the doctors the other day, because originally when I went to the doctors they thought that I might have the Kerasis Polaris on my lips. It turned out to be eczema anyway. I was like, that's actually quite interesting to me, because I did not know you could get it on your face, but apparently you can. And I've had it for so long. I'm so used to it now, to be honest with you. Okay, so that's layer 1. I feel like it's done a decent job, but I can definitely still see my pimples. Maybe I didn't put enough on this one. I feel like it's like brightened under my eyes though a little bit, so that's good. I'm just going to do a second layer and I'll be back. Here we go. So that is 2 layers. I feel like I've done a much better job of hiding this pimple. I feel like it's done a really good job. I think I was a bit too aggressive with my blending on the brush because it kind of just disappeared. But I feel like it's done a really good job now of covering it. I will say it does look like it could be a tiny bit drying in my under eyes. Not super dry, to be honest with you. I'll see how it goes when I put on setting spray, because usually that's when I feel like it all looks really good after I've put on the setting spray. Sometimes with concealers I find that I think they look drying, but then once I've done that last step I'm like, oh no, it actually looks really nice. So we will see. I feel like it's done a pretty decent job of covering up my under eyes considering how dark they are at the moment. I feel like it looks really, actually it looks so good on camera. So next up we have powder. This is actually what I got from that Bella box ages ago. So you know, if they hadn't expired, it'd probably be expired, but it's just never been opened, so it's not expired, at least I'm pretty sure. So it is the Fresh and Flawless pressed powder, and it is oil and fragrance free, and it is in the shade Light Beige. You know how you can like feel that there's something inside? There's like, how do you get to it? Oh, there's like a little clip thingy here. Oh, you have to, no, okay, you just pick up the top. And you get, it comes with a little sponge. Should I use the sponge? I never use the sponges. It's a long-lasting mattifying pressed powder used in place of foundation or as a finishing powder. If I was using it as a foundation, I think I'd use it with that because that would apply it quite thick. Because, oh my gosh, I just realized it has a mirror next to the sponge. That's so cool, like, anyway, but yeah, as I was saying, because I'm using it as a finishing powder, I am just going to use it with a fluffy powder brush. Ooh, oh my god. Somehow there is glitter in this. I think I've accidentally put glitter on it. Whoops. I definitely think it's come from the brush. It's like sitting on top of it now. Whoops. Okay, somehow I've got glitter in my brushes. Probably from a time when I did my eyes first, which rarely happens. So you'd think I'd be able to remember it. Ooh. Ooh. That has made my skin around here look damn good. I look so smooth and practically poreless. Next up we have a bronzer, and I got this one in a tester size because I have so much makeup at the moment. I really don't need to buy more, but here I am buying more every day. Not really every day, so I can't open this. Oh, anyway, I'll show you. It is the Sweet Like Chocolate Scented Bronzer. It is in the shade Ganache Gold. And it definitely smells like chocolate. I can even get that through my partially blocked nose. But anyway, it is so small. I'm so not used to going into bronzers like this small unless they're like in a palette. I can smell it a little bit. Like, I think because I have a blocked nose, I feel like I'd be able to smell it more if I didn't. But as I'm popping it on my face, I can smell the chocolate smell, which is quite nice. Because I'm wearing this v-neck, I have to bronze all the way down here. But anyway, it went on super smoothly. I actually really like it so far. So for blush, they didn't have minis, so I had to buy the full size. This one is actually magnetic, which is really handy. Like, this is another scented product. Me and my scented products. This is the Strawberry and Dreams Scented Blush, and it is in the shade Berry Jelly. So this is actually quite a warm, bricky shade. Like, it's very different to what I usually go for. I think they had 3 shades of this. There weren't any shades I feel that I personally would like go to for every day, but I think I picked this one because it was like the most different to what I have already as well. And I can't smell strawberries, but I do have a blocked nose. Wait, I feel like it doesn't smell like strawberries. Maybe like very faintly and very like chemically, like a fake strawberry scent. I feel like it almost doesn't. But anyway, I'm gonna pop this on. Ooh. It's very nice. Very warm, which is to be expected when you look at it. I feel like this colour would be like such a good summer colour because it's so warm. And now it's autumn. So it's cooling down. But you know what? I really like that. I think that's gorgeous. It's a very different shade than what I'm used to, but I feel like it just like looks really nice and really warm, even though it didn't smell like strawberries as far as I'm concerned. By the time I post this, I will hopefully have a full sense of smell back, and I will let you know if it actually smells like strawberries when I am healthy, like 100% healthy, and have a good sense of smell. So the next product is another, oh my god, I fell for so many like gimmicky sort of products. I think like so many like scented things or like fancy spritzes, and this is like another weird thing that I saw and I had to buy. So this is the Strobe jelly. Oh god, this looks real pink. This is a lot pinker than I expected. I thought it was like a pearl colour. It doesn't appear to have a shade name, so I'm not quite sure what it's called. It'll be down below though if it has one, or if not, it won't be there. But anyway, let's give this a go. I'm gonna use my finger. Ooh, it's hard. Sort of, like not really hard. Oh, it feels like jelly. Interesting. So that's how it looks on my finger. Nice and shiny. It feels cold. Like cool and wet, but it definitely looks nice, and it looks a lot less pink on my hand. Oh no, you know what, it still looks quite pink when I look at it. Okay, so this is like probably something that I should have put on before powder. I feel like when it catches in the light it doesn't look pink, but when I look at it, it does. Anyway, let's do this. I'm gonna go in with a very light finger and dab that here. Oh, that was cold. That is actually quite cold. With this sort of product as well, you want to work reasonably quickly. Well, I would want to work reasonably quickly because I don't actually know if it's gonna dry down or not, which I assume it would, so you don't know how fast it's gonna dry down, so you don't want to place it there like that and then just have like a strip on your face for a little while. Ooh, I went way too far down here. I really like that. I can feel it on my face though, like it feels cool here. I just ran that along my eyebrow bone as well. I actually quite like it. It is very eye-catching though, and I've definitely taken it a bit too far down. So in future I feel like I'd mainly really focus this on the tips of my cheekbones, like right up here. Probably like not even take it further than like this. But it feels really nice where I popped it, and it's definitely dried down. It doesn't feel cool anymore because when I first put it on it felt really cool. It's a very cute like pink sort of look. I'm not sure if it looks that pink in the camera though. I feel like to me it looks slightly pink, but on camera it looks more like champagne-y, which I do like. That was a cool product. I feel like it's a good look if you want to look kind of like wet, which isn't usually what I go for, but you never know. Like if I'm going out or something like that, maybe I'll want to chuck this on. So next up we have brows, and this was another thing that I was like, oh, that looks interesting. It is the Incredi-Brow eyebrow pomade. It is a 2-in-1 eyebrow pomade in the shade medium. So it comes with a little brush on one end, and on the other side is the little pomade, which I thought was interesting. I thought it was cute that it came in like one thing, so you kind of like screw it off and it's like this short little thing. So let's give this a go. I feel like it's like warm now today, so I'm afraid I've just put way too much in the brows. Holy, this is dark. Spread it out. Okay. Keep going, keep going. Oh Lord. Oh my gosh, okay. I can't even remember where. I think it was on Instagram. Oh my gosh, I was watching a makeup artist do eyebrows, and they said like up the front you should go backwards, like against the grain of your hair, because it like goes on quite light that way and it will look more natural when you brush it out. So let's try and do that because this is so freaking dark. Okay, let's keep going and I'll do the other side. Go in with a light hand. This is a very thin pomade. It's very slippy and it goes on super easily. I feel like usually pomades are like a bit more difficult. I reckon you might need like longer or at least lighter strokes, I would say. I'm getting it everywhere. And a very light hand. Oh, This brush as well is very soft. I feel like usually eyebrow brush is a bit more firm than this. Hopefully I don't look too shocking. Okay, I just need to bring it in a bit more. I'm like, blend it out, blend it out, blend it out. Oh my god, this is definitely the darkest medium I have ever put to my face. But you know what? You win some, you lose some. And this may be a lose for me. It does feel nice though, I will say that. Like, I'm used to, like, when I do my brows, like having like red marks because I'm like attacking my brows with a brush, and it's nice having a bit of a softer brush. I'm not sure how you go with cleaning it though, because obviously if you used it, I feel like it will get hard over time having the pomade left in it. Okay, I'm gonna get an eyebrow brush and brush these bad boys out. I'm just gonna get a spoolie. And, oh, that's so much better. There we go. You just need to brush them out. Probably taken like half the product off my eyebrows, but I look a bit less crazy. I feel like that looks a bit better. I still look like I've got like full-on brows. Oh, it's very angled at the start here. Tap it away. So this is what we have so far. I feel like I've got giant caterpillars on my face. I didn't actually get another brow product, like I didn't get a gel as well as this, so this is how my brows are going to be left. But this is how they look. I did this one quite large, to be honest with you. They're very dark. But I feel like they look okay. When I first put it on, I was like, okay. I need to put my eye makeup on real bad because I'm like, I look weird. I feel like when you put full brows on, you always look kind of weird until you do your eye makeup. I'm not sure if this is the right colour for me. I don't know, it's medium, and usually I go for medium. I feel like this is a really handy product though if you like a pomade, because it's like a bit more travel friendly. The only thing is you kind of need something to brush it out with, so I feel like it needs like another little, like a two-headed brush or something. Like maybe you could like take this brush, but then there's also like a spoolie brush in here so you can brush it out. So I don't know if that's an idea in the future, Australis. That just might make it a bit easier. I do think it's a cool idea though for if you do like pomades and you do travel, because it's easier than taking this and a brush, but you still need this and a brush for now. But yeah, I feel like it's quite dark for me. I feel like this is much darker than I'm used to wearing on my eyebrows. But I do like it. I think it probably works a bit better with my hair when it's like this colour, to be honest with you. Not too bad. Probably like the thing that's worked the least well for me so far, but it's only because of the shade as well. It's not even like it's a bad product. Like, it works really well. It's just definitely something I need to get used to if I'm gonna go this dark. They don't look too bad. I just look very like stern brow. Okay, so next up we have eyes, and hopefully this will tone down my brows a little bit. I got the Popculture eyeshadow palette, which I am super excited for. It is an interesting looking palette actually. I think that's why I bought it. It has like some good neutrals over here, but then it's got like some interesting colours. Like this was really weird. But anyway, I'm actually gonna swatch that now. See what it looks like. Ooh, oh my god, that's gorgeous. It's very shimmery. I thought it was like more brown. That's a bit weird. Oh, you know what? It's probably like, I think it's like a duochrome shade. But anyway, I am going to create a look with this. I will say I am going to do a sort of blue look today because I got an eyeliner and they only had blue eyeliner in the crayon type, which I prefer to like a wooden type. So I bought a blue eyeliner. So I will be doing a blue look. So this will be interesting. Apparently blue's in fashion at the moment anyway, so lucky me. I'm going to take a fluffy crease brush and go into this shade here. This is going to be my crease shade. I didn't buy a primer as well, so hopefully this will look okay. I'm going to take it under as well. Okay, so next up I'm going to take another fluffy shader brush and go into this blue shade here. They actually have names on the back, but I'm not going to say them because I can never remember like how you're supposed to say them. And sometimes, you know, when the names just don't match up and you're like, I have no freaking idea. So obviously this is going to be my crease shade as well, as you can tell by me popping it through my crease. So now I am going to go into this dark blue shade, and this is going to be my outer corner shade. And next up I'm going to take this shade here on my finger and focus it just in the center of my lid. These are so pretty. And a bit on the outer corners. And then I'm going to go in with another finger into the shade above it, this other blue shade that's a bit lighter. And this is going to be just towards my inner corner, but still just on my lid. Just making sure I'm blending those together. And now I'm just going to take a flat shader brush for my inner corner, and I'm going to pop into this really interesting shade here that we went into before. And this is going to be my inner corner highlight. I am going to take it, just pat it a little bit onto my lid as well. I love that. That's possibly my favorite shade. I don't know why. It's just kind of like see-through almost, but it's like really light and glittery. It's just really interesting to look at. To give it a tiny bit more of a pop too, I'm going to go into this shade just on the tip of the brush and just pop this right at the inner corner. But I'm not going to blend it out as much as I did with the last one. Okay, so now I'm just going to take a pencil brush and go into this blue shade here and run that along my lower lash line. Let's just leave it on the outer part for now. I'm also going to use the same brush and just pop into this lighter blue shade and run this along the inner part of my lower lash line, like so. And I'm just going to use that fluffy shader brush from before that I used for the brown shade just to kind of blend that together a little bit. I'm going to go back into my first highlighting shade, this one right here, and I'm just going to tap more of that along my lid because I really like it. And I think it's adding like a really nice like sparkly effect. I will say that just gave me a crap ton of fallout. But also that is the first shade that I have noticed fallout from, and it is a glitter, so that makes sense. But I think I'm going to leave it there for the eye look. I am actually really liking it. I feel like it doesn't suit me, but I think it looks good. I don't often do blue, so I feel like I look really intense. But next up we have the blue eyeliner, the reason for the blue look, and it is the Stayput Long Lasting Retractable Eyeliner in this stunning shade called Bluebird. I'm just going to tightline and waterline with this. It's actually quite bluey purpley, so maybe I should do a purple look. I feel like I often do purple looks though, it's not different for me. This is different. Blue is strange. Okay, so I am not the biggest fan of this eyeliner because it is not very pigmented on my waterline and tightline. I'm getting like little bits of it along the very part where my eyelashes like come out of, but actually like in here it's just like barely changing the color of my like waterline and tightline, so it's a bit annoying because that's what I bought it to do and I don't actually have a color like this, so I thought it would be really cool. But yeah, it actually hasn't worked very well, and I've tried warming it up on my hand, but every time I like put the pen, like, do you see that? Like, you have to go back and forth so many times before it's like actually making a difference, and even then like it's just not really working for me, unfortunately. If I want to draw something on my skin in blue, I will use this, but I don't know if I will be waterlining and tightlining it in the future because I have had to go back and forth so many times today. My eyes are like but anyway, so I don't know if I'd recommend this. I wouldn't recommend this actually if you wanted to waterline and tightline with it. So the next item I have for you today is the She's Precise Liquid Eyeliner, and this is in the shade Black, and I'm hoping it is better than the previous eyeliner, but we'll see how we go. I'm gonna do this one off camera. Okay. That is all done. So what I think about this eyeliner is that it's definitely quite precise. However, okay. Anyway, I will say though that it does, like, the brush tip is really good because it like, you can do this and it's like quite pigmented no matter how soft you touch it, but it's very flexible, which I don't love personally. I feel like it makes it easier to accidentally slip and make mistakes. I like a brush tip that's a little bit firmer so that I feel safer, and I feel like if it's slightly firmer it also makes it easier for me to get my wings, because I accidentally extended these a bit further than I wanted to go because I couldn't get a good point with it, which is interesting considering it has such a pointy tip. But I actually think it's come off quite nice. It is slightly shiny, like the tiniest bit shiny. It's pretty much matte, let's be honest. And it is quite black, but I feel like I did go over a little bit, so I feel like it's like almost 2 layers of it. So it's like probably not the blackest eyeliner I've got, if you know what I mean. But I do like it, and it did feel nice going on. It actually felt quite cool, and you could shake it up. Shake it up if you wanted to. But yeah, I think this is good. It's probably not my favourite eyeliner I've ever used, but it's definitely also not the worst, so that is a bonus, and it was like cheap as, so I don't really care. I will keep using it in the future, and I think that's just another thing as well, like it's just something with changing eyeliners and using different eyeliners, you need to get used to them, like different styles. So I'm quite used to sort of like more of a texture, whereas this was more of a brush tip, so like a texture tip to me is like not actually a thing, but to me like they're just a bit firmer, so I think I prefer that at the moment because that's what I'm used to when I do it, like that's what I use every day, that sort of pen, so I'm very used to it and I'm very well practiced with it, whereas this one it was just a bit like not flimsy but kind of flimsy. Well, no, it wasn't flimsy because it didn't feel like the product was flimsy, it's just that it was very flexible, that's what I meant, flexible, and it was a bit too flexible for me. But anyway, next up we have mascara, and I got the Mega Lash mascara in black. I'm just gonna curl my lashes and get straight into this. I feel like you can't really see it. I actually like the way it's made my eyelashes look, but I think it's more natural than anything, and I think with this sort of look I wanted a more like full-on, like voluminous, like long mascara. I've popped 3 coats on, and I'm so much better at working my right side than my left side with my eyelashes, to be honest with you. I did get it on my nose as well, so I had to like rub it off, and then I had to put concealer back over my nose a little bit. But I do actually like it. I just don't know if it's enough for this look, but that is where it's getting left today because I do not want to put falsies on, and I didn't buy them. I don't know if you can buy falsies from Australis actually, but anyway, we're up to a setting spray now, and I got the makeup finishing spritz, so let's see how we go with this. Let's hope this sprays a little bit finer. Oh, that's super fine feeling. I think I may have overdone it. I feel like it smells like a flower. It's a nice smell. I just couldn't tell you what flower. It doesn't say, and it just says it's a long-lasting setting spray, so again, it's not meant to do any like hydrating or dewiness or anything like that. I look super dewy right now, but that's because I'm soaking wet, because I probably put way too much on my face yet again. But I actually really liked the smell of this. This smelled really nice. I just can't explain it. It's maybe it's like a tiny rose scent, because usually I'm not super into rose smells. Or maybe like, I don't know, I feel like I want to be like lily, but I have no idea what lily smells like. I just feel like it smells like lily. But anyway, that is setting spray done, and I think that my skin looks pretty freaking nice. I'm not gonna lie, I do have a lot of glitter under my eyes from that shade that I accidentally just like dropped it all. But anyway, the last thing that I'm going to put on my face today is this. I have had this for ages, so it's probably expired knowing me, but I actually love this. I bought this on my birthday a few years ago. My friend had one in a different shade and I thought it looked gorgeous and I loved it, and I thought the packaging was really cute, so I wanted one for myself. And it is the GRLBOSS Demi Matte Lip Cream, and it is in the shade Success, which is absolutely gorgeous and I love it. And it smells delicious too. It still smells good. It smells like, I don't even know, lollies, like push pops or something. Okay, so this is definitely not the right lip colour for this look, but it is what we are going with today because this is the lip colour that I had. I feel very red and blue. But I will say about this, like, I love this. I feel like it's so creamy and it feels so comfortable and I love it. I've had it for ages and I don't wear it all the time because it is quite a like full-on colour, like more full-on than I'm used to, and it looks insane with this eyeshadow as well. So this photo is gonna look great, this video is gonna look great, but I really like it. I think it's like a great lip product and it's so affordable as well. So there we go. I do have one more product today as well that I purchased in the sale, but I'm not going to do anything with it. I just got the Matchmaker Shade Adjusting Drops in the Lightening shade. They only have 2 shades and one's a very deep brown and this one is white. I do have some foundations that are a bit too deep for me, so I wanted to see if I could use this and it could help, because I know there are like custom drops that you can buy that are kind of expensive, that like have like an actual color tone and like that you can add to your thing, like, and they come in different, like multiple different shades rather than just 2. But this was like quite a cheap option. I think I paid like about $10 for this and it was half price, so I thought I'd just give it a go and see, because that way that I can make like some of my foundations match me like the whole year round, like not just like summer shades. But I'm not 100% sure how I'll go with that, we'll see. It's like it's just a bit shocking because it's so white. Imagine if I just put this on my face, that would look so interesting. But anyway guys, that is my full face of Australis. I think I'm gonna have to change my lip because this is not gonna work for me. I'll be back. Okay, that was a bit of an adventure. This is gonna have to do. I've tried on a few different things and yeah, it was really hard to get that colour off. It has good staying power, it has good staying power. Very pink. Like I put like a lipstick on and then it was like just too dark, and then I put a lip gloss on and then it was just too dark and shiny, and then so I like wiped that all off and then it was still so like pink, and then I put this on which came out a lot more pink than it usually looks. But anyway guys, that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about any of the products I used or anything that I did, let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And if you would like to like this video or subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate that, and hopefully I will see you soon. I'm hoping that I'll be able to still so much makeup. Oh, I just chipped my nail. I think that was something off my wall, just fell off. Oops. I hope you enjoyed it. But anyway guys, that brings us to the end of the video. If